So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, Vivek Mahbubani. I was going to say it really quick so that nobody has to feel like, I don't know how to say that word. And my other co-host who is...
Hi, I'm Mohammed Magdi. I am here. I'm very happy.
Yes. We are here talking to you. And guess what? This is coming out on time.
For
now,
once.
If you're not listening to on Monday, you, my friend, are late. You are late to the podcast.
Yeah.
So just to let you know, for all the people that message me saying, where's the podcast, man? I'm like, I bet you better listen on Monday.
Yeah.
Because if it turns out that all along you would always just listen to the podcast on Tuesday and you were rushing us on Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you were like, oh my God, Tuesday's tomorrow. I need something to listen to. What's happening over here?
You know, I have access to when people listen, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I can actually tell.
Really? Majority of the people probably listen at 4 a.m.
Well, majority of the people listen on the first week.
Yeah, okay.
But then we have a pretty significant chunk who always listen a week late.
Ah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So because I'm like, it settles at a certain number at the end of the week, and then I come back the end of the next week to upload the next episode.
Yeah.
And the one from the previous week added like 40% more, and it's always the same percentage. I'm like,
okay,
these people are always late.
All right, so let's try to get in the psyche of our audience. Okay, so clearly all procrastinators.
Yes.
Nobody is working like I should, carpe diem, seize the day. Everyone's like, oh, there's a new episode.
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
Well, okay. In their defense,
Yeah.
You're supposed to schedule it, which I never do.
So it's an unknown time on Monday.
It's an unknown time on Monday. It has always been unknown time. People we do have a couple of like religious listeners who wait when they get the notification, they listen because I know them because they tell me.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is all over the place. I'm like, I know.
Yeah. So this was actually lesson 101 for in the beginning when I was like, I really should get into the streaming game, you know, as a performer and everything. And they're like, you must provide content on a timely basis. I was like, none of that's going to work.
No.
Yeah, my schedule doesn't allow.
Yeah, exactly. The discipline of just putting it. I mean, if you have like some podcasts I listen to, they admit that they schedule or they record like 4 in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, if we do that, sure.
Yeah.
But this is a podcast that mostly talks about Hong Kong current events.
Correct, yeah. Unless we all do about predictions.
Exactly.
You know
I mean, we do that a couple of times.
We did that a few times, predicting when the mask thing would go and all that stuff. Yeah. But I mean, so I'll give you an example. In the beginning of the year, again, New Year's resolution, everyone does that stuff. And look, we're in March.
Yeah.
None of this is happening anymore. But I was like, every Monday night, 9 p.m., I'm doing my Facebook Live. Let's revive that stuff, right? And then, I think 4 or 5 weeks into it, I was like, I need to go to open mic more.
Yeah.
And Monday night has Bar 109 English. I'm like, you know what? I think I'll do better with that. And I just went to that one instead.
Yeah.
And I figured, I'm like, this is more effective to my comedy. Let me go with that. And boom, it's over.
Yeah.
I was like,
Dude, I think I said on the podcast that my resolution is to post more videos and stuff. My last post ever on Instagram is February 2022.
You've hit a whole year, man. I know, it's okay. I mean, New Year's resolutions are one of those things that gives your life meaning.
Yeah.
Gives you a little bit of hope and kind of go like, you know what, maybe this year.
Yeah.
If it's not this year, hey, you know what, maybe next year. It gives you that infinite loop of positive mindset of maybe next time, buddy.
But if you're referring to late people, if you did not listen to the last episode, apparently there was a story that was a hit with everybody, which is the closet story. So if you don't actually want to listen to a full hour of us for whatever reason, I don't even know why you're listening now then, but if you want like the best part of last episode, apparently is the closet story.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to that. I got a bunch of messages from people also enjoying, because I was clearly suffering in that story and people are loving it. They're like, more of that. I'm like, why
always.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, you're like, people, you should be fans.
Yeah.
What kind of fans are like, I want my idol to suffer.
Yeah.
I admire you only when you're in pain.
I got a message from my buddy Kareem, who's also a big fan of the podcast, and he's a good friend of mine. He's like, you're such an idiot. It's hilarious. I'm like, thank you. I know that.
Exactly. I mean, at one point in this podcast, we did come to the conclusion that you listen to the podcast so you feel better about yourself. Right? And we will guarantee that your life will be better.
I mean, this is just me, by the way. Your life is great.
Yeah, my life is pretty good. I mean, then again, it's all about the gratitude. You must be grateful. Find
Not
something.
again.
Yeah,
Speaking of gratitude, you also you apparently found that a pocket of listeners that we didn't know about.
Oh, yeah. So I basically, as I said in the last podcast, I got booked to go to this school, Hong Kong Academy, and they had Literacy Week. And so they had contacted me, I think, a month and a half ago saying, hey, we'd like to come over to give a talk, do some comedy, do some workshop. I'm like, awesome. They're like, oh, the assembly starts at 7:30. At that time, it's February. They're talking about March. I'm like, no problemo.
Yeah.
Everything's positive. By March, I'll have my sleeping schedule right. I'll have my 8 hours. It's all good.
You were still like close enough to January that you were still in the resolutions like mode.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm planning ahead.
Dude,
Look
this
at
year
me.
I have done. Okay, let me explain to everybody. So I have a daily to-do list that is digital. In other
Right.
words, it's not I handwrite the stuff. It's in the system.
Sure.
And there's a simple function called repeat to-do item.
Yes.
And what I do is all these quote-unquote resolutions and this and that, I repeat like every 6 days.
Right.
Right. So just when I'm forgetting that this is what I want to do,
just
it's
pops
like
up again.
it pops up. Hey, this is you got to do this. You got to carpe diem. I'm like, okay, fine. I remember now, right? So again, whenever these things happen, again, the fact that the school is good for karma and all that stuff, I'm like, yes. And I even joked about this in school. So I had to get to the school, Sai Kung, at 7:30 in the morning. Now, if you know, I live on Hong Kong Island in mid-levels and everything. Yeah. And to get there in the early morning means I'm waking up at 5:30, right? Getting ready, brushing, shaving, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Getting to the train station, meeting the super early bird people, right? Which again is a sight to see. Yeah. Because these people are at peace. Yeah. Dude, let me tell you this. Like at that moment, I was like, I need to do this more, man. This is legit good.
I read the 5 a.m. Club.
Yeah.
And I like this book makes me want to sleep more.
I can't do this, man. Okay. First of all, I got out. Yeah. It was like 6 something. I was feeling good. It's just getting bright. Yeah. I'm like, look at me, man, getting all the sunlight possible today. Yeah. I go past the gym. People are already working. I'm like, damn, I'm a bit late. Okay, fine. I go down an escalator and stuff, and the pace of walking is the same. Yeah. Everyone's still walking fast, but everyone has no one is swerving. Yeah. One they're very
well, unless they're drunks and they're walking back home.
Yes, the other way, right? Which they probably won't because the escalator is going downwards. So they're like, yeah, it's not happening, right? So, and I was just like, it's been so long since I've been in a group of people that all seem to have goals. Yeah. They were all these goal-oriented mindset people where they were like, I'm going to get from A to B. Yeah. I'm not going to swerve. Yeah. I'm focused. There's no distraction. There's no shop. There's no this. There's no that.
When I first moved to Hong Kong Island from Kowloon, I had this bit that I did a few times and then kind of dropped. But it was basically the difference between people in Kowloon and Hong Kong Island is that Hong Kong Island people are all walking the same direction.
Yeah.
They do seem to have, it's exactly what you're describing, like they seem to have like some goal, as opposed to people in Kowloon, who are just kind of standing in front of buildings.
Yeah. Standing around saying like, I'm guessing it's here. Yeah.
But not just like lost, like it's especially not to like go for the most obvious thing, but especially people in front of Chungking Mansion. Yeah. It's so wild how like you're like, this is just their day.
And there's always
just a
someone
guy
hanging out.
standing.
Yeah, always. And it may not be the same person. You're like, if it was the same person, I get it. You're lazy.
But they also look like they're all the same person.
Yeah, coming from the two of us, we would know if they were different. Exactly. I mean, the fact that even we can't tell the difference, we're like, they're probably the same person.
It's crazy. Like, people here, they seem to be like, they're going to a place.
Yeah, they're going places. They're literally going places, Yeah. It's bizarre. I mean, if it's very true, I do notice that as well. Yeah. So I'm going there. I go take the MTR. Of course, there's seats for everybody. I'm like, this is fantastic. I go sit down. I get all the way to Choi Home. I go over there.
You could have napped on the MTR.
I'll do my work because I'll do it. Let me tell you this, man.
Wow, you're such like a morning, like you're actually in the mood of like.
No, okay, so let me explain this. So I had some stuff I had to get done. Yeah. And the feeling of knowing you're ahead of everyone else. Dude, I was so motivated.
Actually, that's what the book says.
I know. Yeah. I haven't read the 5 a.m. Club yet, but I'm pretty sure every book about like military and stuff like that, same deal. Yeah. You're ahead of the game. Yeah. And I'll kid you not, there were a time when I would wake up at 6 and get stuff done.
No, I know.
Right?
I've done it like twice in my life.
Yeah. And right?
It was great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. If anyone had followed before the podcast when I got sick and everything, because I had been in the hospital for so long, they'd wake you up at 6 for kanji, right? Yeah. And when I came back to home, I was in that time zone.
I would actually ask them to like unplug my thing. If I'm but not just the waking up early. If I'm waking up early and suffering for kanji, I'm like, just kill me.
I know, right? That's your goal, dude. This is not the 5 a.m. club. This is when your life is
kanji. Fuck.
Yeah, like oh my god, and not just kanji, hospital kanji. Dude. Oh, this is where it's like mass produced to the point that they're like keep the salt low, no fat, no nothing.
Kanji looks like a kid threw it up.
This is and the kid, but the kid digested everything clearly.
Exactly.
I mean, and threw it up nice and clean.
Why do people eat this shit?
Oh, I don't know, man. If they do it well, it can be pretty good. But I know what you mean. Like generally, it's very rare.
I've never had a good one.
Really?
Never.
Okay. Fair enough. I've had 1 or 2 good ones, but I've never had the craving of like, dude, I need some kanji today, man. It's never been that level, you know.
A
burger and stuff, I can feel the craving, but kanji.
But not
never
just
been
burger.
craving.
Like obviously, there's a lot of Chinese food that is really good. It's just like kanji. It just should not be food. I'm sorry.
Hence why they serve in hospitals.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're like, these people should not be alive, but here, give them stuff that they should not eat. Yeah, you have that as well.
But okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so all I can say is that every time I've ever woken super early, I loved it. However, thanks to my job, nature of being a comedian, and you finish work at like 11 something, you go back home, you're exhausted, you need that time to wind down. Next morning, you're like, there's no way in hell I'm waking at 6.
You know, I'm also like, even if I have a big show or whatever, and I come back, like I know I wish actually in our culture, which is part of the reason I fantasize about living in New York, because in New York, there are shows that are like midnight, 11.
Yeah.
And that's actually my most active time.
Ah.
Like my biological, and I know the reason for that. The reason for that is that when I was in university, I had summer jobs doing call centers, and they were all overnight because there was time difference.
Dude, this would be such a good like trivia question. Which of the 2 hosts do call centers?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, who does it? Not the other one? Yeah, going. Yeah, so
not the Indian guy.
Yeah, right. This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so it was. I had 4 summers from like I was like 16 to 20 or whatever when I would do 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that completely screwed up my biological clock, and that has become my most active time is always that. So now obviously with the adrenaline and everything before a big show, like I can still like be very hyper alert. But then even if I go home at like midnight, I'm still like in work mode for a couple hours. Like I wish I can do more spots.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time before comedy when web design and everything work any hour, right?
Yeah,
so I would literally work through the night. Sleep at 6 in the morning, wake up at 2.
It's so good for productivity, but so bad for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I have been the most productive.
Absolutely.
When I really have to get something done,
yeah,
it's always overnight.
Full on, man.
Yeah.
And because at the same time, you know no one's going to be emailing you and bothering you.
Yeah.
Right?
But and you don't have to like check like messages.
Yeah,
no
you shouldn't be messaging me, man. How rude, right? Yeah. But then, of course, the next morning, this was the recurring thing. I'll be productive. It's nice and smooth. Sleep at 6 in the morning. I'm like, good, awesome, right?
Yeah.
I wake up at 2. Hell is broken loose, right? Everyone's like, oh my God, we've been emailing you all morning. We've been calling. Nobody's waking up. I'm like, calm, people. If the fact that you rely on so much on one guy, your business is definitely working badly.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, so all that stuff went to the school. Okay. So check this out. Okay. I went to Hong Kong Academy. I was doing basically like the teenage secondary school. Okay. We had the assembly in the morning. It was literacy week, really nice thing. They were trying to encourage kids to read more books and everything. They had me as a speaker, storytelling, right? Which is the thing all comedians do. We tell stories.
Yeah.
And I went in there with the mindset of like, remember, Viv, you were in secondary school before, you were a teenager, you were an asshole. So this is nothing more than karma coming to bite your ass, right?
Yeah.
And I went in there, I was like, bring it, man, let's do this, right? And I was ready for it, everything. And you could tell in the beginning when they introduced me, it was very nice. And then I got out to do some comedy, people applause and everything. Yeah. But you could definitely sense a little bit of like, okay, this is
our... Do the kids know you?
Not all of them.
Because I guess that generation, like...
Not yet, yeah, exactly. I'm not ticking, I'm not talking, you know?
Yeah.
So they were there, but like I could definitely sense a little bit of like, okay, so this is the speaker?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what he's going to do
also,
for me.
Yeah, what are you going to do, old man?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's obviously like a bit of that.
Like, a little bit of that, like, oh, no, please. Because of course, fair enough, you get a speaker, obviously going to tell you, like, hey, kids, you know, stay in school, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I go out there, do some comedy, I get a few giggles, I'm like, I got you.
Yeah.
And I kept going, and after a while, they're like, all right. After that, some kids came up and fist bumped me. I was like, all right, look at this guy, man. Winning the crowd over.
How is the mask situation?
No mask.
All of them.
All of them.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice. I was
that
like,
makes me so happy.
Right? And I was like, oh my God, I can not just hear, I can see. This is fantastic. Beautiful place. They had a nice like sloping theater thing. They could see perfect view, all that stuff. Then we did the workshops, also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Then we came back, we had a little fundraiser thing. So as you know, I'm the ambassador for Kelly Support Group. And so they decided they're doing a fundraising thing. They decided, how about we do a bit of comedy, get the guardians and parents to come watch the show as well. And whatever money we get from that, we go to donate it.
Yeah.
So I did some more comedy over there. And the funniest thing is that I got told twice by some of the teachers who had seen me before, they're like, you've got to do the minibus bit.
Yeah.
Because like in Sai Kung, everyone takes the minibus to get in. And I was like, all right, let's do this, man.
In Sai Kung, that really hits hard.
Yeah, that hits hard. And the kids were losing it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh
so this is your Hot Pockets, basically.
Oh, full on. Yeah, exactly. My Jeff Gavin Hot Pockets equivalent, exactly.
Yeah.
They were losing it and stuff. I was like, yes, this feels good. And I kept telling the teachers, I was like, in the morning, I told them, I was like, look, I'll be honest with you. Every morning when I go to school, like at 7 or whatever, I regret it. I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. Even when I did my assembly talk, I was like, kids, I want to let you know, I'm not optimistic. You think a comedian's optimistic? Let me tell you something, okay? When I woke up this morning, I didn't want to be here. Right? Even right now, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to be here right now. But I guarantee you, come back to me at 11. I'll be like, I'm feeling
That's
good,
great.
man. You know. So all that stuff.
So you're relatable. You're not like, oh look, I'm doing stuff that you guys. Can't.
I think as comedians, when you can do that, they're like, hey, this guy's for real. You know.
Exactly.
And I was like, look, let's be honest, you don't want to be here either, right? Fair enough. It's 7 in the morning. Who wants to be here, right? But then we all had a good laugh and all that. And then so I finished that. Okay, I finished that gig. I'm in Sai Kung, and you have the mandatory. Oh, let me walk around. And dude, it was 12:30 in the afternoon. I felt like I had a whole day behind me. And I'm like, it's time for lunch? What the hell? Oh my God. What have I been doing with my life, man? I was sleeping, you idiot, right? Okay, so I do that. I go for a walk, take a few photos, all that stuff. I do that. And then I go take the minibus to get out of there. And I had a gig at night, right? Over in Ocean Park, the Fullerton Hotel. Really fancy, nice hotel. All right, cool. So afternoon comes, I get back home, and now I'm like, I'm feeling pretty all right, man. Pretty good, right?
So no, you're not even like, you don't want a nap or anything?
I know. I was like, dude, I'm buzzing today. Look at this guy, right?
How many coffees in?
I didn't have any coffee.
Whoa,
I know, straight on, just water, guy. They offered me coffee, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hit the peak just yet, you know.
Right.
So I'm at home working everything. It's 5 p.m. I had to go meet someone to get something. Then I went over to Ocean Park Station.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell everybody here. You're going to make the same mistake as me.
Yeah.
When people tell you the hotel in Ocean Park, we're all going to think that hotel next to Ocean Park, which is the Marriott.
Yes.
There's another one called the Fullerton.
No idea.
All right, let me
Never
explain.
heard of it.
So this is me, right? I get there, I'm a bit early. I'm like, I was supposed to get there 6:30. Look at this guy. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit on a bench.
Yeah.
This guy's earned it, man.
Yeah.
I passed 12 hours of being awake.
I'll be the guy who just like kind of like hangs out on the bench.
Exactly, right? So I go there, and of course, for some reason, they've closed the soccer pitch or whatever. I finally find a park. I sit there. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read some books now.
Yeah.
I get my Kindle. I read a bit. All good. It's 6:30. I pack up. I start walking to the hotel. I go to the hotel. I'm like, excuse sir, I'm here for the event. They're like, what event? Like, hold on, what? I'm here for the event. Like, there's no event.
Like, it's at the Marriott?
No, And now they were like, they were like, oh, in this hotel. I'm like, yeah, Ocean Park. That's what they told me.
Yeah.
And then finally, I reveal, I'm like, oh, the Fullerton. Where is it? Because like in Macau, they have like, for example, one big casino area that has like 5 different hotels, right? And I thought it must be that, right?
Yeah.
So here I am, this guy thinking he's the shit, had a day, talked to kids, was in Sai Kung, came back home, fed buzzing him, 6:30, and then they were like, oh, the other hotel's at the other end of Ocean Park. I'm like, okay. So I get my phone out.
What time is the gig?
Well, I had like half an hour to arrive for standby, right? So I'm still not dead yet.
Sure.
I look at my phone, 30 minutes walk. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk 30 minutes.
So that means you cut through Ocean Park?
If you could, but you can't. It's closed.
Why is it closed?
Yes, because first of all, Wednesdays are closed.
Right, okay.
And secondly, it was already like 6:37, so they pretty much closed at that time.
Right,
all right.
Okay.
If Ocean Park is closed,
Yeah.
that means the taxi stand has no taxis.
Yes.
So I am standing at the taxi stand alone.
With no taxi.
With no taxis.
Yeah.
Now, this is the problem. Do you still wait?
Yeah.
Do
you start walking?
Do you start walking around? What do you do, right?
Yes.
And I'm freaking. I'm like, is there going to be a taxi? And every now and then you see a taxi with the flag over the hire sign, which means someone booked it.
Sure.
And it goes to the Marriott Hotel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I should just go to the hotel.
Dude, I don't think I said that on the podcast before, but like for years, I would always pretend that I'm a guest in a hotel whenever I can't find a taxi.
So that's the thing.
It works in every city ever.
See, the problem is this. I went into the hotel already just now, asking the guy for the event. So they clearly know I'm not a guest.
Yeah.
I have my backpack on with me.
No, but that's the thing about people who are working in hotels, they're not gonna do extra work for you if you don't like directly ask for it. So they're not gonna offer to book you a taxi because it's just more work.
That's true, yeah.
But if you just go like
and be like, taxi?
Dude, I can't tell you how many times in my life I was in a foreign country and I wanted a taxi. I went into the lobby from one door, pretended to be a guest, and went outside to the concierge and be like, can you book me a taxi? 99% of the time they don't ask you if you're a guest or not, or what's your room number.
God
they
damn
just
it.
go like, okay. They just ask you that. Also, another pro tip, most compounds in Hong Kong, like fancy compounds like the Belchers or the Mertons, same thing.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they wouldn't know if you live there, right?
They wouldn't know. It's too big.
They have the flashy taxi sign as well.
Yeah. And they have like a walkie-talkie thing or an app or whatever.
Yeah, that calls taxi, right?
They get their guy on the door outside to flag a cab and wave them inside.
God,
dude, this it's such So that's what you would do.
All right. Okay. So, well, I would have liked that 24 hours ago. I mean, like, Anyway, so I decided I'm gonna stand at the taxi stand because I read this book like Psychology of Waiting for the Bus Stop. Where
what?
Like you have, but no, it's like this chapter about that psychology. It's not the book called Psychology of Waiting for a Bus. That's a pretty sad title for a book, man. I mean, let me read a 200-something page book about why I should wait at the bus stop.
What is the sequel? How to say your luck?
Exactly, yeah. Or cross the road. Yeah. Book a car. Or the sequel is Uber. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm over there and I thought, okay, look, I could just waste my time running around trying to see if I find a taxi elsewhere, or just hold fort here and say, all right, I'm sure I cannot be the only one in all of Hong Kong who's ever done this.
Yeah.
Clearly, some taxi driver's like, you know what? Let me go for a spin inside just in case there's some lucky guy over there.
Right.
Finally, 5 minutes later, taxi goes through. I'm looking at it. It spins over. I'm like, yes. I sit in. I'm like, I need to go to this hotel. Ocean Park. He's like, that's the hotel.
Yeah.
I was like, I know.
You're like, I fucking said that.
I know, exactly. And dude, the guy was pissed off.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, look at my phone, okay? It's right there. And he never heard of this Fullerton Hotel. It's apparently only half a year old.
Right.
Okay? So he was arguing. I'm like, please just Google Map is telling me to go this way.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you make some money and we're still lost. Okay,
Yes.
Can we please go? He's like, okay, fine. He gets his Google Map and it gives him the directions. I'm like, you see, even your phone's saying stuff, right? And then finally we get to the hotel. Dude, super fancy. Wow.
Yeah.
I got there. I was like,
What is the gig? Like, is it like?
It was like basically a conference gig. I can't really reveal that. Actually, no, what am I saying? They posted everywhere.
Yeah.
It was the SCMP's Women of Our Time event.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That one, yeah.
Yes.
I was like, wait, hold on. Because
So you're emceeing?
I know. I'm just the performer.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Because I have this whole non-disclosure
Of
thing in my
course,
head.
yeah.
Every gig, I'm like, wait. They wanted me to tag about
Yeah.
this. Yeah. So yeah, they invited me to do some comedy for their crowd. I got to the hotel. Now remember, I've been pretty much out and about all day. My backpack is full of stuff, and I have a change of suit. I have water. I have
You
my
have a
laptop.
suit on you?
In my bag, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
wow.
I had to have that for the gig at night, right?
Right.
The gig had a glam theme to it, so I have these like golden glittery shoes as well, which were
Cool.
in my backpack as well.
Yeah.
So I have a change of shoes. Everything in my backpack is like this huge hiking bag.
Yeah.
I walk in now. Let me tell everybody. Pro tip from me.
Yeah.
I have learned that when people see you in a suit but with a huge hiking bag in your
Yeah.
back, it doesn't look good for the brand. Okay?
Yeah.
So what I do, just before I get into the gig, I take the bag off and hold it like a briefcase.
Nice.
Which is fucking painful because
Yeah.
it's so damn heavy.
Yeah.
However, I have to make it seem like it's not heavy. You know like how you fake it at the airport?
Of course.
Right? And then the hand carry, you're like, oh, no big deal. But you're like,
Yeah.
Same deal.
Yeah.
I walk in there, I'm like trying to hold my core. I'm like, come on, it's fine. There's no big deal. I get there, hey, baby. I go settle down. Everything's good. We do the gig. People love it. All good. I have my food, I mingle everything. I leave. And then I get home. Dude, like I think it was probably adrenaline running. But the moment I got home, just death.
Yeah.
Oh man, I zoned out. Like I was sitting there, I didn't even know what I was doing.
What time is it?
11:15.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd been up since 5:30 in the
Yeah,
morning.
exactly.
Right? And not just like staying awake. I was like working. I'd worked like 4 hours. Yeah, pretty much 4 hours for the school.
Yeah.
Then another like technically 30 minutes for the gig. And I was like just blank.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how you get those people who like overdose on drugs?
Sure.
And they're just like, one of those. I think my brain hit it. Like it had way too much dopamine from all that, the whole day of doing gigs. And I just looked at my computer and I was like, right? And these are the moments I worry because if anyone at that moment says, hey, Viv, could you do this gig for free?
Yeah.
I will automatically just say yes to stuff so that it doesn't bother me anymore.
Right.
So everybody, if you want someone to take advantage of me, try to look at my schedule if you ever get a chance.
Yeah.
And then find the day when I'm exhausted and hit me when I'm most exhausted. I'll agree to anything just so that you don't ask me for other stuff.
Right.
My girlfriend does it all the time. She's like, oh, I want to go there. sure.
Yeah.
Let's just go there tomorrow. I don't care, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
I mean, also, you just described a normal day for most people.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're
yeah.
like, look at my day.
Oh my God, I had to work a few
I'm
hours.
sure most people listening, they're like, yeah, we do that every day.
I'm sorry.
We
did you wake up
yeah, exactly.
early?
Yeah.
Did you have to go travel
Yeah.
to where you have to do your work? I'm sorry. We don't get to roll out of bed and be like, oh, let me reply the email now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So hence the reason why on my to-do list there's a recurring item saying find 2 things you're grateful for.
Yeah.
To keep me grounded.
Yeah.
So that
I mean,
is the story of my
also,
life.
like, for change, now you are the one who makes people feel better about their lives instead of me.
Exactly. There you go. So you know what?
Well,
it's all a balancing act.
Even then, they still turned out good.
Yeah, exactly. So like my way of making them feel good was not so much look at how bad my life is, but more like making them
I'm
go
just like you.
Yeah. Hey, look at us. We're actually of that level. Hey, look at it. I'm not.
It's also like a celebrity thing. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're like always like, oh, this guy's life is just like us.
Oh yeah,
he just did this thing.
Exactly. Yeah. It's basically like the kid who bought a pair of Air Jordans.
Yeah.
Going to the basketball court and go like, dude, watch me dunk.
Yeah.
It's like, 'cause this is what Jordan wears and I'm wearing this, so that means I'm gonna dunk now. It's like,
But
okay.
you also said
okay.
at the school you found listeners
Yes.
of the podcast.
So a lot of the teachers
Yeah.
told me, they're like, oh, we listen to your podcast, which kind of initially freaked me out because I was
Yeah.
like, what have I been saying?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, I'm a bit worried now, right? But at the same time, I was like, not really. Yeah, you're right. Because I mean, why wouldn't a teacher want to listen to this kind of stuff? It's a little lighthearted take on life and
Yeah.
everything. And yeah, it's a podcast about Hong Kong in English, so why not? Everybody
Yeah.
enjoys it. And I was like, okay, you guys are cool. Yeah, I like this.
I got a couple of really sweet messages from listeners/friends around the world as well on this lovely topic. I got a friend from my buddy Genia, who is Russian living in Shanghai,
Yeah.
and has been traveling around, and he wanted to come actually for Cluck and Flap and didn't make it. But he messaged really sweet. He said actually he also made the same point about the podcast not showing up different. And I did explain the same thing to him. He said for your podcast, if there's some trick with Apple Podcasts, I got pretty random updates, like 2 to 3 episodes after 2 to 3 weeks of nothing. I'm like, well, it's not that bad, but it's also on me because I never schedule it.
Yeah.
And then he said, great content, keep posting,
Nice.
which was really nice.
Thank you.
And my friend Sally, who is Indonesian, living in Indonesia, messaged me also saying that she is a new fan.
Hey.
And she has been listening from Indonesia. So shout out to Ginny and Sally and everyone who's listening from around the world. So is Mo, also in Germany. And
yes, of course. We remember Mo, the other Mo.
Yeah, exactly.
As compared to the other Mohammed.
Yeah. So yeah, like it's also like right now in Hong Kong, people actually publicly, we would like to ask if you have recommendations for guests as well. You
Yes.
can always reach out to both of us. How do people find you online?
At Funny Vivek.
There you go.
And what about you?
And at the other Mohammed.
And honestly, if you yourself feel, hey, you know what, I'm pretty damn interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, let us, we'll interview you. Why
exactly.
not? Whatever, right?
Oh, no, let's not go crazy. We will not.
No, we'll screen this
We'll
stuff.
screen-
Yeah, obviously. We're not going to be like every Tom, Dick, and Harry, but like, come on over here, let's say something. Right?
Exactly.
We're not doing that. But I mean, like, if you... So, okay, I'll give you an example. There have been awards where you can self-nominate yourself for such awards.
Yes,
okay?
yeah.
I'm letting you all self-nominate,
I agree.
but doesn't mean you're going to get the award.
No, for sure.
Yeah, it's a simple. I mean, make it a thing. Like send us your portfolio.
Yeah.
Show us the things you've done.
Yeah, of course.
So we're looking for outstanding individuals who have made a change in society, left an impact that will go on for generations.
Yeah.
Or basically have some embarrassing story that can last for 15 minutes on a podcast.
Oh, that would be very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That would definitely.
You can actually come, like, you can submit your story.
Yes.
We'll screen it.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite shows. This show is called "This Is Not Happening" by Ari Shafir.
Uh-huh.
It's on YouTube. I think it stopped for a while, and it was also hosted by Roy Wood Jr. And it's basically comedians going. It's a storytelling show.
Oh, there you go.
If you want to submit your story, watch This Is Not Happening, and if you can match that format in like a 10-15 minute story, very concise, funny, embarrassing, please submit it to us.
Yeah, submit it. Let us know.
Slide into our DMs.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. Also, people have been asking us about gigs. You have a gig at Base Hall coming up.
Yes, correct. So at the end of March.
I would say this is actually a really good gig to catch.
Yeah. So first of all, if anyone had been to the basically in Jardine House, Jardine Building, they had Grappa's, the Italian restaurant that was famous for pantomimes, dramas, live bands, and everything. We've done shows there many times. Grappa's went and became a food hall, a food court kind of thing, which was Base Hall 1.
Yes.
And then they decided, hey, that name is awesome. Let's make a sequel in the same venue and call it Base Hall 2.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So now Base Hall 2 has decided we can do way more than just eat.
Yes.
Let the food go in, let something come out.
Yeah.
And because like obviously they're probably serving you very high quality cocktails, and by high quality I mean expensive, the chance of you stuff coming out is not going to be congee.
Yeah.
So therefore they decided, let us do something else. And they have decided to say, let's do some comedy at this particular venue.
Right.
And oddly enough, I was told by Cassie that Jardine House is the building with 1,000 assholes. It's the building with the circle windows.
Yeah.
And the equivalent of like all the people in there are assholes. That's
Right. Yeah.
So see who's the bigger asshole, the comedians or the audience. But come on down. We have a show. Base Hall is on 30th March. It should be awesome. I mean, I haven't seen the venue
lineup
yet.
is very strong. I
Right.
have seen the venue. It looks beautiful.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to checking it out as well. But also because people keep asking when's the next gig. So that's the gig we would recommend, and you would also be on stage.
Correct. Yeah.
So Base Hall 30th of
March.
March.
Yeah, basically end of this
month.
month.
It's a Thursday, correct?
Unless you're one of the people who listen to this like a week later, then you're in luck. Because the show's not done yet.
Yeah.
Unless you listen to this like a month later, I'm like, dude, come on,
Yeah.
man. A month later for a show that we try our best to be as current as possible.
And I think that show is all headliners basically. It's you, Garen Chu.
Yeah, we've got
and,
some solid people.
Yeah.
Again, as much as it might, the name of the place is called Base Hall. You would have thought, it's basic, and stuff. But turns out, hey, it actually is very non-base level.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, gigs-wise, we have some of those. We have other shows happening. The easiest way to follow is, of course, go to our social, like I said, Instagram. I have a link tree over there. Just see what's happening and stuff like that.
So you, Ryan Heine, Garen, and Tim Chan.
You have people of all sorts of backgrounds and accents.
Right. Yeah.
That's good. That's good to
this
know.
would be a lot of fun, and do come check out this show. This will be the one we recommend here. We officially endorse.
Yes, exactly. We give the chop of approval.
Yeah.
Not that it was ever a thing, but now we do. We have the chop of approval.
We do have people like you'll be surprised, as you said. Like people do now like listen regularly because we have been on the.
Podcast
on air?
world?
Is that,
on air.
Is that people say that on air?
I think so, yeah.
It's
I
like
think
a
we're still
radio,
technically on air, yeah.
For quite a while.
Yeah.
So people do want to see the live show, so do come to this one.
Yeah, and no mask. You don't have to wear a mask while you're watching the show.
No.
That's a very good sign.
Apparently, they have a pretty cool bar called Test Kitchen. Where they're gonna have some special drinks for the
Wait, Test Kitchen, T-E-S-T.
Yeah, Test Kitchen.
No, I feel like their management is not that confident on themselves.
Yeah.
The hall is just the base, okay?
Yeah.
It's just base hall.
And the kitchen is just for
it's just for testing, okay? Let's calm down, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, people have taken this whole building the wrong way. They're saying everybody's assholes and everything. Let's just be humble about it all, okay?
Yeah.
This is just the basement. This is the base hall, okay? What's that kitchen for?
Yeah.
I bet you anything is for some legal reason.
Yeah.
They had to say it was a test kitchen.
That's so funny.
And then whoever was in charge of the admin work of deleting test, just didn't do it.
Just didn't do it. I kind of like the name, to be honest.
Yeah, Test Kitchen.
Yeah, Test Kitchen.
I mean, it kind of covers bases.
It sets very low expectations.
Yes, exactly, right? You go. I mean, I would love to say there's a test show. But,
no, this is a real show.
So come on down to that one. So speaking of shows, actually, the other thing I also do, oddly enough, is today I was actually in a school teaching primary school kids hosting skills.
I don't think anyone knows that about you.
Right? You would have been like, how did they allow you to get that close to the children?
Exactly.
It is because I have what I call a sexual conviction record check. Okay.
All right. You just made it more weird.
All right. Yeah. Let me explain this to you. So I had done this.
You didn't have to say that.
Yeah. But that is the official name of it. Okay.
Mark Norman, who I quote on the podcast a lot, he has a joke when he goes like, how he's like an autistic guy and he says things that just like he thinks of or whatever. And he says like, we're going around the table on Thanksgiving saying what they're thankful for.
Yeah.
And when it came to him, he said, I'm thankful I'm not a pedophile.
Yeah.
Well, and everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck? He's like, what? I'm saying I am not.
Yeah, I am not. Exactly. Yeah. Why are you surprised? If anything, you should be thankful I'm not a pedophile.
You just did the same thing.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah. You know what? The thing is, the first time I encountered this sexual conviction record check thing, the name itself is so wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like...
It's kind of like going through the metal detector at the airport.
Exactly,
When you're like, do I have a bomb?
Exactly, yeah. Like basically calling the metal detector a gun detector.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
And it rings when your belt has metal in it. You're like, whoa, right? So yeah, I have one of these sheets of paper, which oddly enough lasts for like a year and a half, which means you have a year and a half to do all naughty stuff. and still get away with it.
Right,
Until the next check, they're like, now no more. I'm like, it was fun while it lasted.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So again, I go to these schools and teach a lot of kids the hosting skills. Stuff as a comedian, as a host for shows, you have to learn.
So you're teaching them like how to like move the mic stand to the side?
Yeah, I tell them like if the mic is in front of you and because you're such a small child, they can't see you.
Yeah,
right?
you're literally, it's blocking your entire body.
Correct, yeah, exactly. And let me tell you, the mic stand's not that pretty. All right. No, oddly enough, actually, I have a lot of fun. I have this workshop where I do like, for example, okay, this is the real thing I teach. The first lesson, I'm trying to teach them how to basically be more expressive, right?
Yeah.
So one of the games I do, because again, primary school kids, you gotta play games and everything.
Yeah.
One of the things I do is that you have to find an adjective for the first letter of your word.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So for example, my name is Vivek, and I have to be victorious Vivek.
Right.
So when I introduce myself, I don't say, hi, I'm Vivek, I like basketball, I like the color blue, stuff.
Yeah.
Boring, right? I'm like, you gotta just say, hey everyone, my name is Vivek, but I'm victorious Vivek.
Right.
And the whole game is that they have to somehow express themselves with the adjective.
Yeah.
And it must follow the adjective. So if they say I'm sad Sally, you can't be like, I'm sad Sally. It's like, no, you have to be very sad.
Right. You have to embrace your
exactly,
adjective.
Exactly.
Okay.
That kind of deal. And it's a lot of fun because like some of these kids, usually what will happen is that it'll always probably be like, toilet related. Right? Like, I'm poopy Polly. I'm like, first of all, you chose the adjective, which makes me wonder why you chose poopy. Right? But sure, if that's your thing.
I mean, they're kids. He might as well be poopy at the time.
Yeah, might as well be. Exactly, right? And secondly, I was like, I've never actually thought about the feeling you have when you're in the toilet.
Yeah.
Like, what's the emotion going through? Relief? Do you have the sense of gratitude of like, thank God I had fiber yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, these kids are deep, man.
Yeah.
They go into places that we normally don't even notice we're living in.
Right.
Right. So this tells you a lot about how us as adults
Yeah.
need to learn from children.
Yeah.
As much as they say the dog say whatever. Yeah. So I do a lot of those. And the cool thing is this school is actually near a beach.
Yeah.
Which gave me a chance and excuse to finally, for the first time in I don't know how long, to sit at a beach and just sit there.
Oh my God.
I know,
that's
right?
amazing.
You're probably going to like, hold on a second. I'm very confused right now because this person doesn't like trees.
Yeah.
And yet you're at a beach. And I bet you were thinking like, what were you really doing? Did you have a laptop out? Were you Wi-Fi? Were you doing this stuff?
Yeah.
I actually just sat there hearing the ocean and go like...
What time is it?
4:30.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's west side as well. So the sun is setting in front of me, right? So I'm sitting over there and I'm listening to the ocean waves, right? And the only thing
So you're just sitting there like a psychopath.
Like a psychopath.
No phone.
Nothing. Just sitting. And it's like one of these beaches that no one goes to anyway. So I'm alone there, right?
I would be freaked out if I just run into you. Just
I know.
Like anyone who's just sitting by themselves without looking at their phone, I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Man, did he do something?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm sitting over there and like I decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to one-up myself. I'm going to take my shoes off and dig my feet into the sand.
Right, yeah. That's when you go too far.
Yeah, right. I did that. And then my brain went back into the normal productive thing. Immediately going like, crap, I need to dust my feet.
Yeah.
How am I going to do that? Okay, I got to do that. And then the second thing I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, this is a sunset. I better look at the sunset. Don't look at your feet. Forget your feet. Look at the sun. Look at the sun. It's a sunset, right? And like, everything I'm trying to achieve maximum productivity.
Yeah.
This is what I find with myself. I'm sitting at the ocean.
Did you also take a photo that you can post
I did all
later?
that. Yeah, I took a photo. I purposely put my feet in the sand angle with the sun in front. Go like, life, right? One of those stupid things. And this is the moment I realized that I really have a problem. It's like I was trying to be extremely productive with enjoying this moment.
Right, yeah.
I was like, I need to, listen to the ocean. Okay, listen to the ocean. Look at the sun. Look at the sun. Feel the feet in the sand.
I'm so glad you don't have kids.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You would be the worst.
Ruined it. I would have ruined it.
You would ruin like the kids' holidays.
Yeah.
Like, look at this.
Yeah. Before you blow the candle, look at the candle.
Yeah.
Make that wish now, make it. Visualize. Make a fucking board of it. So I was like over the top, right? Like literally I was sitting there trying to, every sense of mine, I was like, okay, I need to feel the sand. Feel the sand. Remember, this is the feeling. I have to feel the sand. Okay, the sand is good. The sand. Now, ocean. You have to, oceans, calm you down.
It's so stressful.
Dude, I was like, listen to the fucking ocean. It's supposed to calm you down. Okay. All right, the ocean is good. Ocean is good. Oh shit, the sun's moving down. Watch it while you still can. It's gonna go. And immediately I get my phone out. What time is sunset? It's like 6:06. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I have an hour. So you know what? I'm gonna focus more on the ocean because I can deal with the sun later. You know what I mean? Went into that. And then after that, I had like literally like 10 minutes to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
I finished. I'm like, okay, that was 10 minutes, man. All right. Okay. I think I'm good.
Substances that may or may not be legal.
I need like a wooden board to just knock me out, just enough that I can't
you just
really.
need to in that moment because you obviously do want to enjoy it.
But
it's just your brain is getting ahead of you.
But the problem, see, this is the thing. When you read one of too many of those, seize the day books.
I think.
It has. It is
I need to
overdone
read
it.
more of them. You need to read way less of them.
Way less, dude. Like it is. Put it this way: for someone who already like is anxious, you don't drink coffee.
No, exactly.
What I have done is,
Yeah.
I have not only not drunk coffee, I have decided to make my water coffee flavored.
Yeah.
And everything has to be coffee.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, all right, I'm fully enjoying this moment.
Yeah.
This is mindfulness. Am I mindfulness right now?
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, dude, chill, man. The funny thing is actually when I went to Melbourne 1 year and Jason Leung was there and he was like, hey, let's work out together and everything. And after the workout, they wanted to do stretches and stuff.
Yeah.
And he will back me up and say this because he says this every year we're there. He's like, this is Viv, right? We finished the workout. He's like, everybody, quick, we only have 5 minutes. Everybody start relaxing now. Like, we have 5 minutes before we have to go. And they're like, dude, Viv, you're missing the point here.
Yeah.
So this is one of the things I'm still working hard on.
Yeah.
Trying to be like, dude, just enjoy the ocean for what it is.
Right.
But I always feel that, but I'm not enjoying it as much as I should be. So I try harder at enjoying it. Yeah. So welcome to the world of my neurotic mind, which probably is also one of the reasons why I do what I do.
Right.
Because like, again, you get it? Like I'm trying to squeeze out everything. I'm in Sai Kung, dude. Look at the ocean. Look at the ocean. You're in Sai Kung. Right. Everything, dude. It's ridiculous.
If you're listening, so that school was in, where was it? The beach?
The beach one, it was in Stanley.
Yeah.
At the deeper end of Stanley.
Right.
So you normally won't even, nobody really goes there. It's where I think the cemetery and stuff is.
Right,
down
right,
over
right.
there. It's very
Yeah.
nice over there. So I look, I'll be honest with you, as much as I was neurotic, I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And the best thing after that is the journey coming home. I got my Spotify on. I went for Ocean Waves, and I was listening to it. And I'm like, man, my headphones are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
These are pretty real. You know, I can believe this right now.
Nice.
So there.
Before we go, one listener asked us for show recommendations, something we have done last year, and I think we haven't done for a long time.
Oh, you mean like Netflix shows?
Netflix shows or anything that you have. Yeah, I did not tell you in advance.
No problem. Let me load up my thing.
I can actually start because I haven't watched too many because I was moving houses, as people know. But one thing that came back, and I was very happy that it came back, is the Formula One show, Drive to Survive.
Oh.
I don't know if you haven't watched it. If you have watched it, it's on season 5 now. So it's basically the recap last year Formula One show. And it's really, really, really well done. And even if you're not a fan of Formula One, they just like they highlight the drama between the drivers and the team managers and stuff.
Off the racetrack, right?
Off the racetrack mostly, but also on the racetrack. And it's like, it almost becomes, I have always followed Formula One, but like casual fan. Like I knew enough about it.
But what is the drama? Like what kind of, like, give me an example of drama.
So the Formula One works like this. There is 20 drivers, 10 teams, right? Each team has 2 drivers. They obviously all have like contracts in millions of dollars. And there's 2 kinds of championships happening at the same time. There's the driver championship and the constructor championship.
Yes,
which means Mercedes is the car.
Yeah, Audi versus Mercedes. Yeah,
exactly. Audi versus Mercedes. So the company that builds, like the team that built the car, want to win the overall championship, but also the drivers themselves, which means each team has 2 competing. So for example, Red Bull has been dominating for the last couple of years. Max Verstappen, which you might have heard his name. So before that was Hamilton.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. So Mercedes, I remember. Yeah, Mercedes.
Hamilton has been Mercedes, and they have been dominating for a few years, and then Red Bull kind of took over. Now it's kind of Red Bull versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
The point is that when Red Bull makes the best car, at the beginning of the season, it's pretty clear that
Red Bull the drink?
Yeah, they have a team. They have
oh, they have their own
the F1
team.
Ferrari, like F1 team. It's called Red Bull. I actually don't really know why. This is their weird
That's how big,
investment.
When you have wings, what do you give a shit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a good question. Why does Red Bull have an F1 team?
Yeah.
Someone can maybe tell us right in. But anyway, the point is that when you have a very good driver, or maybe not the best driver, but you have the fastest car, means that you have exactly the same car, which means that then the 2 drivers of the same team are now competing.
Oh.
And if one is better than the other, that's his own skill, and that hurts.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine if we're equal, like if you and I...
Yeah, bit for bit. Yeah.
Bit for bit, but also the audience is exactly... Well, obviously in our world it's impossible.
Yeah.
But the audience is exactly the same. Everything is exactly the same.
Whoa.
But one of us is just a little bit better than the other. That just comes down to pure skill.
Yeah.
Not just that. A lot of the times the races are won over 0.01 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's insane.
Yeah, so there is a lot of drama, and there is obviously like a lot of poaching. Like for example, someone is not doing well, so the other team signs him, and that affects his
the original team. Yeah,
exactly, stuff like that.
Wow.
And there is a little bit of like, they started diversifying a lot, like the hires. Because if you remember, like from the Michael Schumacher days, most of the time they were just like European drivers.
Yeah.
Now one of the the higher up drivers is a Japanese guy called Yuki Tsunoda, and he's very good. There is obviously Hamilton is black, but he's an exception.
Yeah.
There is just like people from all over. There is a Chinese driver, Joe. He's also, I mean, anyone in the top 20 is already amazing.
Of course, yeah.
And there is a little bit of like, there is F1 goes all the way down to F4. So like they just go.
You mean like the function button on your keyboard?
Yeah, exactly.
I have it up until F13.
Actually, there's even more, but so they poach the drivers from F2, for example. They always go up to F1. There is a whole other drama between the managers, because there is, just like football, there is a team coach, right?
Yeah.
So he decides. One other thing that is really cool is that you also get to understand the strategy on that racetrack, which means, for example, if Mercedes is in the front, right? Hamilton's in the front, and behind him is Verstappen, and then behind him is the other Mercedes driver. Sometimes the other Mercedes driver, who's in P3 now, has a chance to overtake number 2. However, if you do that, number 2 might get paced and try to take over number 1. So that the manager has to make a call to actually keep number 3
at
distracting
3?
P2.
Right?
Yeah. As opposed to trying to fight with his own teammate.
Yes.
And then after the race, like that happens to be a team player, but then after the race, P3 is very mad.
Obviously, yeah. Why that? I'm the underdog. Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of stuff like that.
Wow.
I have sold a show to many people who don't care about F1.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's also like Netflix just threw so much money at them. And in the beginning, so when they made the show season 1, Verstappen, like they made him look like the bad guy, kind of like the heel in the WWE.
Yeah.
And he actually refused to talk to the show for like a few seasons. He only came back this season.
Yeah.
But also because F1 itself as an organization realized the impact of the show on attracting a lot of casual viewers. There's so many people, including myself, who's like, I was always following.
But now you'd watch races just because.
But not just that. Like I also know the names of the managers and I know where they're from, and we kind of follow them on their holidays and stuff. Like I know so much more about the sport than before.
Dude, does it piss you off when you see someone in a race car in Hong Kong now?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
You're your goddamn F34.
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
shitty car on like the middle of the road, waiting for the light to turn
It's
green.
also like, I don't understand people. Like, this is obviously like you have so much money. Like, we have a friend who has 2 fucking Porsches. I don't even know if he ever sold the old one. So F1, what have you been watching?
So for me, actually, I'm looking at my list right now, and I can tell you pretty much every show I've been watching is mostly brain dead shows. So it's the 90s show and Superstore are the ones I'm watching a lot recently.
What is Superstore?
Superstore is one of these brain dead sitcoms about like basically like, let's say Walmart.
Yeah.
And the drama and stuff that happens there. But not reality show. It's like all made up kind of comedy.
Right, yeah.
And it's one of those really, like I said, when your brain is tired, you want that dumb show with like, okay, this is okay writing.
Yeah.
This is the kind of show.
Yeah.
Where you won't feel bad if you didn't follow. Like literally sometimes I'm watching it and I'm like, I'm going to scroll Facebook for a bit now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter.
I can't do that. I don't have that ability at all. If I'm watching anything.
You just go into it?
I have to. Like, unless it's bad, then I shut it off.
Your TV is my beach. Do you get it?
Yeah.
You're artificial. It's my natural.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what it's like.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, man, I can totally.
I have to. Like, I can't actually, like, there's a lot of people, like, as you said, you're, like, scrolling Facebook.
Yeah.
While, like, a thing is in the background.
Yeah.
Dumb show.
Oh, because, like, okay.
I have to watch. And also, like, even if it's a bad joke or bad scene.
Yeah.
I pause. I'm like, oh, shit, I missed that.
So,
for example, I can't have a show outside in the living room when I'm cooking something. That's impossible.
Oh, okay.
It cannot happen.
Oh, interesting.
I have to watch what is going on.
This is very interesting. Like, you clearly have wrong priorities, man.
Yeah.
You give a shit about a show.
Have you met me? Talking about wrong priorities.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, like, good thing is I see everyone's got that neurotic
Yeah.
angle where they're like, I need to put 100% attention to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully most people put it on the right thing.
Yeah.
But like, for example,
hopefully most people are not me.
Yeah, they're not, and, they're hopefully putting all their attention on, I don't know, when they're chopping carrots.
Yeah.
Rather than go like, let me chop and look over there, right?
I can, a lot of times I cannot, but like I'm now getting better at putting a podcast in the back. Even that, I still need to.
Podcasts I have to listen carefully because
exactly.
I can walk and listen because walking is so automatic to me.
Same, yes.
But I cannot, like, for example, I can't be scrolling emails and podcasts. I can't do it.
Impossible.
Impossible.
I can cook, but I'm still like really paying attention to the podcast.
There you go. Yeah. So podcasts,
but I also shut off stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but then obviously I don't want to like be silent, so I put something else on.
Yeah.
I'm good with music as well. Obviously, music is music, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
But like back to TV.
Yeah.
Impossible to like.
Wow.
Like again, even for sports, I can't like even if it's a boring football game.
You've got to sit there and
I
look
have
at it.
to watch it. I can't really like. I can probably eat like grapes or something.
Yeah.
But I can't like Twitter or whatever.
I feel like you need to go into the psychoanalysis sessions and figure out why it is.
We need to bring that psychiatrist back on the podcast.
Why it is that TV shows or some show on TV, you're like, I need to put my attention on
I know.
this.
Why is that?
Yeah, why is that? Like, there's literally like, there's no, I don't see no value on something that you could pause.
Dude, I'll tell you something worse.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Friends. A lot of people did.
Of course, yeah.
Like Friends still to this day, not my go-to or whatever, but like when I'm really bored and like it's not even a comfort show, it's more like noise.
Yeah.
Even then, the noise for me, it's not like for me to like sit and play with my phone.
Yeah, you still gotta watch it.
I'm still gonna watch it, but also I watched it over and over. Like now at this point, maybe like 7 or 8 times.
You pretty much know it. It's like me with Seinfeld. Yeah, I've seen it so many times.
Exactly.
I know what's gonna.
I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's like all the jokes are like for me. It's like I know it's coming.
Yeah.
I still have to like I can't actually I can't do anything else.
Man, you got wrong mindfulness.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mindfulness is all screwed up, man. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, now we know.
Yeah.
So if you have a normal life where, for example, you can comedy sit at a park,
Yeah.
or you could just turn off a show or let the show happen and be like, I'll deal with it later.
Yeah.
Maybe comedy's not your thing. It turns out you're just perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Right? So any issues you have now, you should be relieved that whichever end of the spectrum you're comparing yourself to,
Yeah.
whether it's Mo, me, or whatever,
Yeah.
your life is pretty good. And hence with that, we want to just say, enjoy the ocean waves, watch a TV show, do what you like, but make sure you listen to the next episode of Ho Ho Hong Kong on time. It sounds like you want to go take a piss now.
I was adding. Why don't we add?
Oh, white
actually,
noise?
you can cut this part, but like you can add like 5 minutes of action ocean waves.
Oh, you want to do it at the end?
Yeah, do it at the end.
Okay,
So right after you say enjoy the ocean waves.
Okay, let's do it again. Okay,
Yeah.
and sit back, relax, and enjoy the beautiful sound of the ocean.